Hello everyone, welcome back. We're doing more Gundam. Just gonna make sure everybody knows here on the Discord. Okay, there we go. That's been sent out. Cool, fun times. Let's get back into this. Do like an hour of this or something. I'm gonna do some other stuff. I got the red frame last time and the blue frame, so that was good. Half tempted to like just go back and level them up on normal. Jeez, this is insane. I'm using a new monitor, and the new monitor is really good. Oh, the red frame with its parts and everything is actually really good early on. Let's do that, and then we'll just go. I'm gonna have to change the name of this as well, because like I've got it down as hard mode, but I'm actually gonna be going through and doing some stuff. Hey John. Yeah, I managed to get myself another screen that's exactly like the other one that I just replaced, and as a result everything is like bright, really bright. But it's like the first time I've managed to get two monitors that actually match each other as well, so that's pretty crazy. Oh my god, this just looks so nuts compared to what I'm used to. And the contrast and the colours and everything is so vibrant. I might have to turn it down. I'm not used to it. So you don't have that old-looking 90s one anymore. I do have them. I've got the one that's like a white one from the early 2000s. It's like a DVD player as well. That one's a TV DVD combo, and I've still got that because it has all the ports that I need for playing retro games on it. I've got another one similar upstairs as well, and I did have one from work a while ago that I set up recently, but that's a BenQ monitor, and it's weird because you actually need software before you can run it. it was very strange, that one, so I replaced that today because I was like, I can't be dealing with this. I actually do want to use whatever money we have remaining to set up this monitor, so it's just like, yeah, there we go. So yeah, the other ones are just upstairs at the moment while I figure out where to put them. Probably in storage, because I'm not gonna get rid of good TVs if I can use them for retro stuff. Oh. But yeah, now I've got like two Philips monitors that are pretty good. It's just insane looking at the colours though on these, because they're not like washed out at all. Can I use this as a job? No! I was actually hoping I'd be able to use my special there on Mika, but it didn't work. I want to go on Mecha Break at some point, but it's like I'm happy comfortably playing SDGBA at the moment. Okay, I just realized I should really play the harder missions for money instead of doing that. Let's. Trying to remember where I was up to here. I think I'd done part 3. I was up to part 4 on hard, I believe. Yes, I was up to there with the Psycho. How you doing anyway, John? Let's see, these are all like level 57. I love the way I'm just upgrading the Strike Freedom first, because it's the one of the strongest suits that I've got. Like, I'll go with that and then see what happens. It's gonna be fun tackling the DLC with this thing eventually. I'm doing okay, you? Okay, it's been a busy day. Bit sick because of that cold thing that Rachel and Jen have had that has been kind of passed on. I preempted it by having a bunch of meds yesterday, so they've kind of helped a little bit today to not make it too bad. I just need to do the same tonight. But yeah, Rachel's absolutely full of it, so I ended up taking her. I literally woke up, took her to the hospital this morning immediately after waking up because she sounded like she had croup, which is like a really bad cough. And then the docs were just like, it's not too bad at the moment, just keep an eye on it. It's just like, oh, okay. And then I was mentioning everything to do with Rachel to the docs, just to see if we could get anything else sorted. And they were like, is she normally this pale? And we were like, dude, we've been gaslit for like years on this now. And they were like, okay, we'll check like her records and everything. And that doc in particular was not so happy with the fact that she seems to have lost weight instead of gained weight, which is like, wait, what? So we're now in the process of writing down what she eats in hopes that we can sort that out, because she's kind of going through a stint of being incredibly picky, but apparently that's not good for when you're trying to also figure out what the deal is with whether she's iron deficient or not, or how bad her iron deficiency is, because of her also being allergic to milk and eggs. Hey Phantom, just give her lots of ice cream. Yeah, can't because of her being allergic to milk and eggs. So yeah, the only thing we could do is give her, I think it's vegan ice cream. But yeah, it's a bit of a crazy situation we got, so I typed that out just as you said it. How are your hands? My hands are a lot better, Phantom, thank you very much. I've been doing a lot of like working out and stuff, so that's been helping build up muscle to help with the tendon problem, which was originally caused by Doom. And as a result, I can play for decent lengths of time now, which isn't too bad, which is why I'm trying to do more streaming. Like my idea tonight is to do like an hour of this and then start rewatching Gundam Wing again, which is on Gundam.info, and actually putting those videos up, because that's gonna be fun. Because I did say I was gonna get round to that, and I don't want my potential illness to or oncoming illness to ruin that chance to start getting some decent content back out for people. And then at the same time, I've got other stuff from like my project going in the background, which is fun, because even when I'm not doing work is happening on it. Because like I put out a thing the other night, just being like, look, I need more VAs for the other roles that I need to fill now. Can we just get some? I put it out on Casting Call, and Casting Call's actually been pretty decent at providing support for that. So I'm basically getting audio through to pick out people while I'm busy having fun here. So, do you still play GBO 2? No, I tried going back to it, but I just couldn't. I wanted to because of the crossbone and everything, but it didn't work out well, and I didn't find it fun anymore because I'd been away from it for so long. So I've just kind of packed in with GBO, unfortunately. Flying elbow to appearance. Yeah, I wish I still enjoyed it, but like when I went back on, it was crazy, because if it wasn't the PS4 version, I might have enjoyed it a little bit more, but like the PS4 version's terrible. I don't know how I put up with it for so long. Like, I obviously can't get hold of the PS5 all the time, because Jen's the one that's that's basically owner of the PS5, I get a little bit of time to play on that when I ask nicely. It's like, if I can't get on the PS5, I'm not going to be able to play other stuff as well, like Sensuality, so it's kind of weird. Especially because I don't have a PS5 myself, I don't have a PS4, so that's why I like playing stuff like GB3 on it. GBO2 is god awful. I wish they would stop being stingy and just let us play past battle sim missions. I wish the PC version was better. You know, because like the PC version's numbers just seem to be really low. It might just be me, but they seem that way anyway. Because I'd play the PC version again and see what it was like compared to the PS4 version if there were actually people on. But it seems like whenever I've gone on, there's just nobody there. You know. So my only things I can really play on now are this and like, well, this, the other Seed game, which I actually do need to get back into, and then Mecha Break, which I want to get back into as well. I've been looking at it and being like, you know what, I should really go back on it because I really want to, and then I've been like, I've been working. And also, I just want to like drop in on SD because SD's fun, you know. So it's like this has become my my drop in, drop out game again. You know, where I can do like short bursts on it and then be like, oh, okay, that was fun. Doesn't help with cheaters in PC. Oh god, that's all we need. Hey Sky, how you doing? Yeah, we went on, for anyone who didn't see, we went on GB4 the other day. I decided I'd have a laugh and go on GB4 because I wanted to build some stuff. So I ended up building the Linkin Park inspired Zaku from Reanimation's album cover. Really enjoyed that. I should do some other ones like that because I don't mind build streams. But again, I'm still of the opinion that GB4 isn't as good as GB3. It's fun. Don't get me wrong, it's just not as fun as I would like it. It's like that series definitely peaked at 3, and then they tried to course correct at 4. Wish the game was Silver Bullet in Breaker 4. Oh, that would be nice. GB3 set the bar high. It set the bar so high. I want to get it for the Vita. You know, because I've got a Vita. I think I mentioned that on. Well, I've shown it off before on stream as well. But when I'd done some work on a couple of games, I ended up getting my Vita with part of my salary because I really wanted to just enjoy it, and then I could also show off to people and be like, check it out, here I am in the credits. So yeah, that's practically like the only reason I got the Vita. I was like, yeah, I want to be able to turn around and be like, oh yeah, I can play games on the go, and also be like, check it out, I'm in this game. You know. But I am not going to do a pirate software and harp on about that every time. I try not to now. Like, I've joked about it in a couple of recorded videos that I need to upload. With Stu and Sean, where I'm like, dude, did you know I was a former industry person? I used to work at Blizzard. You know, since that happened, I felt so bad. Because I'm just like, yeah, I'm proud of me working in the industry, even if it is like what everybody considers to be an entry-level job. Because at least over here where I'm working, even though it's an entry-level job, or where I was working, even if it is an entry-level job, it's not easy to get compared to what people might think. You know, because the interview process and everything, it's not just a case of, oh, can you play games? Good, okay, we'll have you. You know, sometimes it just goes terrible. But yeah, as a result, it's like I was really proud of every time I'd managed to get lucky and return to that, even though the job security wasn't there. And then Pirate Software comes along and harps on about Blizzard for like 2 years or a year or something like that. And now you can't go one video without seeing him going, yeah, I used to work at Blizzard. And all I can think of is me every time I've been genuinely proud, just like, Oh yeah, I'm really excited because I got this job and it was really fun and everything. I really enjoyed it. I did some really good work, and then there's this guy turning around and not shutting up, and it's ruined it for everybody, you know. This guy says why. Let's see. Just because he's an a-hole doesn't mean you need to worry about it. It's because I figure like I go on about it too much. Like, the thing is, I obviously don't have an ego for that kind of thing, or at least I don't think I do. I'm just genuinely happy about it, and when people, like, talk about industry stuff, I like being able to at least come at discussions from a point of experience from where I worked, but it doesn't mean that I'm gonna, like, turn around and be like, oh yeah, I was a dev. No, I was just some random grunt guy, you know. That's as far as it goes. Like, I'm some random grunt guy that helped break things a lot. That's about it, you know. Oh, but Thor would have you believe he's like top level Pentagon hacker kind of thing. Had a dev for like 20 years. David, if you're good at games that was a requirement, then you would be screwed. Oh, you know, I obviously can't mention the full interview process, but what I can say is the look for whether you've got an interest in games, whether you keep up with like games news sometimes, because I've had that come across me once, and then the rest is just like, yeah, what you would expect from like a practical interview. And that's about as much as I can say. But yeah, I always come at it from or I have come at it from the point of being like, dude, I was considering like if everyone's been keeping an eye on how I've been talking and how I've been posting, sometimes inventing for a while, you'll pretty much know that I consider most of my journey to even getting a job an uphill struggle constantly, whether it be like education or anything else. So just landing anything even remotely like that for me was massive, you know, even with it being like entry level, and with it being that big of a deal to me, it was just like, dude, I enjoy this. I'm gonna talk about it if I can and come at it from like experience, but not obviously breaking any rules. Yeah, I try not bringing it up as much as Pirate Software has because I don't want to be memed on to be that guy that got the entry job and thinks he knows everything, you know. That would be bad. That would really be bad. In fact, the funny thing is, you could probably already go through my videos and take about, I'm gonna say, between 10 to 15 instances, maybe, of where I've turned around and gone, oh yeah, I used to work in the industry or whatever. But it's not as if I've turned around and gone, I used to work in the industry. I was a lead dev on this. You know, it's like, no. Let's see. John says, according to another ex-Blizzard employee, Thor was a massive pain to everyone, and he couldn't be punished because of his dad. Oh, dude, that sucks. That sucks. Turns out his dad was not a big fan of Thor's either. I've heard about Pirate Software fans. Yeah, it's like no joke. It has me thinking that like ever since all this stuff came out, because I'll admit I fell for the whole thing really early on, especially with like the Helldivers 2 incident, because it made sense when he was talking about it. He was just like, dude, there's no point. Sony's not going to walk this back, and he was right on it. And I was like, yeah, okay, that's fine. You know, I'll uninstall it. It doesn't really run great on my computer anyway. It's getting a bit boring. I'll quit out of principle, you know, because the cause is just, or at least it sounds just. And then, like, everything else after that has just been a massive downhill slide for him. And, as a result, it just has you thinking, like, dude, what the heck? But, of course, with him being into, what was it, ethical hacking or something like that, where you're essentially, like, phishing emails and people like that and trying to convince him about things, it's like, I'm not surprised he's managed to pull this off. You know, and then he's had it all fall apart on him. Like, don't get me wrong either, I'm not sort of be like, oh, I'm that guy, I want to, like, just rip on him for the sake of it. I'm coming at this from a perspective of, like, dude, he was a really big streamer for ages, and now all this nasty stuff's come out. God damn, you know. He gets a few good arguments, and then it went to his head. Yeah, it does seem like that. It's like, he definitely had a few good points for certain arguments, like Helldivers 2 and stuff. And then it's like, his ego just got the better of him, and he can't stop now. You know, he went from like, what, 21 million views or something like that to 2, which is still a lot compared to me, where I get like maybe 100 per video, and I'm really happy with that 100. You know, if I get 100 views per video, I'm like, yeah, that's great. That's great, because it shows that I've got, you know, people watching my content compared to what my channel used to be. You know, but Thor's there. He dropped off so hard in the millions. It's like, dude. And then there's the whole thing about the scandals of rigging the hype train on Twitch. That stuff's just nasty. You know. The thing is, it was entirely avoidable. Oh, it was. Did you know he worked at Blizzard? That's what I mean. Like that, you could easily meme on me with that kind of thing. It's like, did you know he worked in the industry? First, second generation hire at Blizzard. Thing is, he thinks that the people there for him instead they're there for his arguments. I'd argue there are more people there to troll him now, which, you know, I'm not condoning trolling. It's just I'm not surprised when it's found out that a lot of the stuff that he's done is like either bad, nasty as in like lies, or it's made him basically like a lol cow. You know, like you know when you're a really crazy like popular lol cow when people are comparing you to Yandere Dev and being like, yeah, Yandere Dev actually coded better. It's like, oh no. Oh. All he had to do was own up, but just to shut up would have been plenty. Yeah, he, it's crazy, like, I'm assuming everybody's up to speed, but I don't know about everybody else, but it got me as well with all the videos of him basically being like, oh yeah, I'm not going to apologize. You know, I don't have to apologize for anything, I'm not in the wrong. And then, like, the whole thing with coding Jesus recently, that was crazy. We're coding Jesus multiple times has been like, dude, you realize that the way that you've done this coding is really bad. Shows everybody the proof. And then Thor's like, oh no, it's totally not like that. He's just trying to grift off me. Like, dude, are you tripping or what? Because if you are, I want to know what you're tripping on. Can you send some to me? Oh. The thing is, as well, it shows how strong, like on a crazier note that's not as negative and just jumping on, you know, basically talking smack about somebody. I think it's crazy how Thor basically proved that the shorts section of YouTube is incredibly strong. Because I bet you quite a lot of people found him through the YouTube shorts. Because I know I did. It's insane how many shorts he put out and how easy it was to get seen by them. It's like, dude, it's like some of the shorts that I did for like my Undertale stuff, they get like 1,000 views each, and I'm like, what? You know, I should capitalize on that. I should spend like a week just putting my old content out as shorts and probably get way more views that way. Oh, it's insane. Oh, got wrecked. Like, the power of shorts on YouTube has become absolutely ridiculous compared to the standard video format. Because, like, I just do streaming now just for, obviously, chilling with you guys and having a laugh. And then if I get anything out of it, well, then that's nice as an extra, you know. Like, I'm not expecting anything off anybody. I'm just kind of happily doing my own thing and trying to entertain people while having good conversations, or at least interesting ones. Oh. Oop. Oh, jeez. Rao, can you just stop for a moment, please? I would like to actually survive this mission. Let's just go in on him. And then I'll check chat. Just break him there and then go for him. Is this destiny? I literally did a barrel roll on him. There we go. Let's see. I have the Beneath song stuck in my head. Oh god, yeah. From Zenless. Oh, the thing on WoW. Yeah, the thing on WoW was stupid. Like, the thing is, I remember talking to people inventing about it, about what it looks like. But the thing is, when you look at the other player's perspective that's just behind him, or claims to be just behind him when he's running away, when they go run, 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 he books it so far. He's like a good, like, 10 to 20 players away from the closest person. So he clearly wanted to make space, and he's got enough space to go back and help. When you look at the footage, it's just he decides, yeah, nah, I'm out of here, bye. You know, it's like, dude. And so I can see why they called him out on it, and we're just like, dude, yeah, nah. You know. To be fair, if that was me in that position, I'd probably have called him out as well. Not shorts, but I remember watching Flail-Throughs playing GBO 2. Yes, I remember playing with Flail-Throughs ages ago. Back when there wasn't so much competition over the content. The whole making sure he stayed was a bit, again, him just panicking and trying to take cover. Let's see. There's no justification for his stop killing games thing though. Oh no, hell no. That's just one of those whole things of he thinks he's better, or he thinks he's right, and he just doesn't want to concede his point. He's like, yeah, no, hell no. You know, from a developer standpoint, it's like, yeah, are you sure you want to be saying that? You know, who likes shorts? Dave's like shorts. Yeah. Seriously though, shorts are really strong on YouTube. Seems like he's trolling at this point. Hell, he might do. He might pivot to just trolling so he can get more views that way. You know, because if you manage to pivot that way, people have done that before. They've managed to make it work. You know, despite attracting a crowd that basically is only there to laugh at you. You know. Hey, Mika. Let's see. He's a roach. The issue is again that he tried to justify it instead of owning it. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like instead of owning it, be like, sorry guys, I got a bit too far away. I was trying to get a bit of distance so I could cover you. I was a bit too far away. That would have been the best way to approach it. But instead, he was just like, yeah, no, I didn't do anything wrong. You guys are in the wrong. You aggroed. It's like, dude, what? You know. I mean, like, you guys have obviously watched a decent amount of streams with me on GBO to know that I do a lot of wrong and really bad plays. You know, so it's like, when something's gone wrong, and I've been proven to be wrong on stream, I've got no problems admitting that I'm wrong and just be like, oh, I'm dumb. You know, but clearly that's too hard for Thor. Thor's just like, yeah, nah. What do you mean I did a wrong play? There's no such thing as a wrong play. You just suck. It's like, dude, what are we doing here? The thing is, I remember joining your customs. Yes. Customs were fun until I kept on getting picked on. Think about it, if Asmund did it, he would 100% owned it. Not even apologizing. Yeah. Thing is, like, to address, like, the whole thing with Thor's problem with not being able to say he's in the wrong, or, and also the whole thing about, like, GBO2 and continued content on the channel and stuff, and just people turning up, I'll do them both now. Like, for instance, the whole thing that's interesting to me about the situation with Thor is I actually know somebody in real life that I went to college with, and no joke, a lot of the times we'd talk, he'd make up some stuff. Like, he'd make up stuff on the fly. This isn't exactly the same, but you'll see where I'm coming from. He'd make up stuff on the fly, so you could never tell whether he was really properly telling the truth or not, unless you knew about the content. And, like, there was one time I was in lesson with him, and when we were doing games design, there was a 360 in the back that they had set up to a TV that we could just play whenever we wanted. And I remember bringing in Dynasty Warriors Gundam 3 with my 360 hard drive and just playing on it in class. And the reason why this is relevant was because obviously, still at that point in time, I'm fresh off the heels of, like, Double O, I think. Or Double O was coming out at the time, and we'd both watched, or he claimed to have watched Wing. And he was mentioning stuff about Wing when to somebody else when he was right next to me when I was playing it, and I knew it was wrong. Like, he was saying some really crazy stuff, like, it's like, oh, isn't Wing Zero the most powerful Gundam ever in Gundam at the time or whatever? And I'm like, I'm not so sure about that, man. And he's there telling it to this other guy as if it was, like, true. And I turned around to him and I went, dude, just do me a favour, can we have a talk outside? Because it was getting on my nerves by this point, because he'd been doing it for a couple of years. And I was like, dude, just check in, are you okay? And he's like, what do you mean? And I'm like, well, whenever I talk to you about certain things, or whenever you say certain things, I can't tell them whether you're telling the truth or not, because you always seem like you're right about stuff. But there's some times when I know you've been wrong, but you're dead set on being right. And no joke, he actually responded to me and he was like, yeah, I don't know what it is, man, I'm really sorry, but, like, I've noticed it myself, sometimes I just can't help but, like, say stuff, and I just say it, whatever comes to my head, and next thing you know, it's like people are just taking it for gospel, and the thing is, I know it's wrong, but it's just like, as if I can't help it, and I was like, do you want me to call you out on this stuff more often? He's like, you can do if you want, I don't mind it, you know. And I was like, will you get offended by it or whatever? He's like, no, we're cool or whatever. So I was like, okay, that's interesting. So for me, that was like the first time I'd encountered somebody like that where they'd said stuff that they knew was fake. But they were 100% convincing themselves that they were right about these things that they were saying. And then they were openly being like, yeah, nah. You know, I know what I'm saying is bull. But, I don't know what it is with me, I just keep doing it. You know, I genuinely took it as like a medical thing or something, I don't know. The thing is, the guy is genuinely nice. He's not got a massive ego. He's genuinely nice to talk to. You know, you can have a really good heart-to-heart with him about, like, certain subjects. And yeah, he's great. It's just those weird moments where it's just like, dude, what? And this is back in, like, I'm gonna say between 2006 to 2009 that I properly knew him. I've not talked to him in a couple of years now. But yeah, the last time I talked to him was when I had no arms and it was COVID. I was just checking on him and be like, dude, what are you doing? He's like, oh, I'm just, you know, I'm just surviving. But yeah, it was strange. That's the first time I've heard of that kind of thing. And then Thor brings this kind of thing up again, and I'm like, dude, I've seen that before. That's weird. You know. Confidence 100%, truthfulness 0. Hey, average. Compulsive liars. My mum used to be like that. Really annoying because you couldn't trust anything she said. That's the thing, though. It's like even if he is like a compulsive liar, there's some things that he said that were actually true. So it was kind of hit and miss. But again, if you knew the subject, then you could kind of figure out what was going on. But either way, apart from that weird sort of thing, it was that you could point out he was a nice guy, you know. So it's strange for me to encounter that and then encounter Thor as well and be like, I've seen this somewhere before. Especially because those are like the only 2 instances of me encountering something like that where it's like, I don't quite know what to do here in this situation, you know, other than call them out and just be like, dude, what's going on? You good? You know. How do you track the model? Oh, my Vtuber model? That's VC face. It's done automatically with the camera. Like, I'm using the camera and the camera just looks at me in real life and then it tracks my motions. But yeah, in a slight tangent, I don't know whether you guys remember from like other previous streams where I've mentioned you're going through hard mode. Yes, I am. I don't remember. Sorry, I don't think you guys will remember it, but you might do, of me mentioning the guy that I helped through depression a little bit in college that I was really proud of. I got in contact with him recently again because I thought, oh, I'll check on how he's doing. Because one, depression's a pain and it never really goes away. It's always nice just to kind of keep track of it and see how people are doing. And also, he's a nice guy as well. The last time I heard from him, he said he'd got like back problems from doing warehouse work. So I was like, ooh, well, that doesn't sound good. And apparently he'd been let go from his job. So I was like, I'll check on him and see how he's doing, because he'd recently got in a house with somebody that he knows with a mortgage and everything. And I was like, well, given the situation and how hard it is sometimes to get a job, especially if you're disabled, I'll check on him, see how he's doing. And yeah, he's doing fine, or as fine as he can be. But now he's got like another situation going on, which is crazy. Like, he had the whole thing with his back making him disabled. But now he doesn't leave the house much because he's got a new situation where he gets like, what is it? It's like, not epileptic seizures, but you know, he just gets seizures. I'm trying to remember what he said about it properly, like the letters he used for it. But this is a guy that I knew for years who had no problems, and now he's like, yeah, I get seizures now just randomly. It makes me really weak. I'm tired a lot of the time and spend most of my time just like relaxing and recovering. And it's been really rough. You know, I was like, well, how's the house then? And he's like, well, I managed to get myself a little man cave in there, so I'm not too fussed. You know, now it's all right. You know, I'm enjoying that. And I'm like, oh, okay. You know, but this is a guy that I'd not seen maybe properly since about maybe 2018 at most. And then like I go and contact him like a couple of times and everything's just seemingly going bad, and I'm like, dude, what? You know, yeah, random seizures. The thing is, because I talked to him on Steam, it doesn't save the discussions after a while, so I'd have to talk to him again. I think he mentioned it was like FDU or something, the letters for it or something. I could be wrong, it was something like that, but it was, I remember looking it up online, and it's basically like an actual proper, not like a disability, but it's a proper condition where you apparently it's pretty common, where people just randomly get seizures. And I'm just like, okay. But, interestingly enough, there was potential links, apparently, when I looked it up, to, like, depression and stuff, and I'm like, huh, that's interesting. And I started thinking, was it because of the depression? Was it because of the meds he was on? Because I've mentioned, you know, like, a bunch of times that he was basically used as a guinea pig for, testing various meds for ages. You know, and that he's got, like, uncontrollable shakes at points and, like, very bad mood swings that made him seem bipolar at certain times. You know, there were weird things that I'd seen him go through that I'd never wanted anybody to go through, especially him. Because, again, he's a nice guy, too. But, Oh my god, I was thinking about it, and when it said depression, I was like, maybe it's related to that and the meds, and that's a potential cause. You know, it was, had me thinking for a while, especially because, like, it seems like all these nice people that I know are having, like, really bad stuff happen to them, and I'm like, huh, that's really not fair. And I know somebody, like, eventually, if it's not, like, now, in chat eventually will put, like, a comment saying, oh, that's life, isn't it? But it's like, yeah, it might be life, but it still sucks, you know. It's like, everyone that I talk to online or whatever, or in real life, I like to think in a naive way that once I finish talking to them, or, you know, once it's the end of the day, they actually, like, chill out and have a good life, you know, or at least as good as they can, and nothing bad is happening to them. And then to hear stuff like that, it's like, oh, this kind of shatters my illusion of reality, you know. Oh, crap. Just shows how naive I am when it comes to thinking that everybody's okay. Yeah, I should really check up on people more. Ooh. Gato, stop it! No, no. You know gato is Spanish for cat. Angry cat! Oh! Oh, I managed to counter that just at the right time. Also, French for cake. Oh! Jeez, he's rushing me down here and I'm only just managing to get these lucky counters and stuff. We get my burst and then I can check. You'll check chat? Seriously? Rainbow. Depression meds seem to be really crummy in terms of side effects. All psychiatrics. Yeah, it's why I haven't touched them. It's why when you know, people were originally saying to me about it ages ago, when they were like, dude, maybe you should go to the doctors and get put on something for your depression and all these other problems that you've had. And I'm like, yeah, nah, I'm just gonna stay away from that. Like, obviously, I'm not ripping on anybody in here that's got those problems, because I know there's at least 2 people in chat that have problems that need to be seen to with meds at the moment. So yeah, it's unfortunate, you know. Like, for anyone that's suffering through that type of stuff, I wish them the best, you know, because I don't like seeing anybody suffering through stuff like that. It's something that nobody should have to suffer through. It's why, it's part of the reason why I don't mind helping people in the way that I do, because, like, the first thing that drew me to the other guy that I talked about that's having the seizures now, first thing that drew me to him was the fact that he was really good at drawing and liked anime, and then when he mentioned depression, that's again when I was like, dude, I'm sticking with you here through thin and thin until you actually get somewhere, because he was so messed up when I first met him. He'd started a course in, like, multimedia, and then he dropped out like 2 weeks later, and I'm like, what do you want out of this? He's like, I don't know, maybe I'll just, like, off myself next week or something. I'm not really sure. I don't feel like there's anything for me. And I was like, nah, I can't be doing this. Like, there's something inside me. It's just like, I can't be letting you go through this, you know, it's just not right. You know. But again, I've told that story multiple times on stream. It's that whole thing, I don't like seeing people suffer like that. Ooh. Craziest part is when I used to live with my parents and I used to basically help everyone out like that, and then obviously have my own problems at the same time, and my parents had come back and be like, so how was your day? And I'm like, oh well, I was just helping, you know, such and such with the mental problems, they suffer from depression, remember? And they'd be like, oh, I don't think you should hang around with people like that, you always attract the weird people. And I'm like, dude, what? No, these are genuinely nice people, leave them alone, you know. Was pretty heartbreaking to hear stuff like that from my parents. Did you hear Battlefield 6 released? Wait, what? I might need to jump on that. I tried some ADHD meds. Maybe that's why I have ADHD, says Sky. John says, "Hoi." I'm feeling that right now, getting all the side effects, says Damon. Honestly, I hope they help. And if they don't, well then I've already given you the warning on the Discord, which is basically, I've seen it before, get off him. You know. No, they're right, I'm weird, says John. See, I'd like to think the complete opposite. Like, I seem to attract people that have passions for certain things, and I don't mind that, because I genuinely don't mind. It's one of those whole things where I just like talking to people and hanging out, you know, so it doesn't bother me, especially with me having my situation, you know. It's like, I can pretty much get along with people a little bit easier if I can relate via what I've been through. You know, it just makes it a lot easier to kind of be like, you know what, I think you should try this and see what happens. You know. Oh, Char, leave me alone for the moment. Oh! Good job I've got Dragoons here to try and get a little bit of a attack from long range here because of how quickly the Xeon moves. Block, block, block. Oh no! Got me from behind that. We're having a literal Dragoon versus funnel fight. The open beta for BF6. Oh my god, I need to get on that. I need to get on that because the last one I played, I've mentioned it on stream multiple times. Last Battlefield I probably played was Battlefield 1, but the one that I was the best at was Bad Company 2. Like, if I can go on a knife spree again and that game like resurrects my whole thing of knifing people for dog tags just to embarrass them, I am so gonna end up a complete menace on that game. Like, you know when it's crazy when you've got a guy on foot chasing a tank waiting for it to take enough damage that the driver gets out so that you can knife him. The funniest one was like when we introduced Stu to Bad Company 2 when it was first out. I said to him like, dude, it's so amazing, you've got to get on it like as soon as possible, go buy the game. He goes and buys it. The first match he's in with me, he spawns on me when I'm in a bush on one of the ice levels, and I'm like, dude, stay down for a moment, I'm in a sniper class with a ghillie suit on. And he's like, dude, why, what's going on? And I was like, just watch. Guy walked past me and I was like, I'm gonna knife that guy. He's like, wait, what? Next minute, just jump out this bush, run up behind him and knife him. He's like, dude, what? I was like, yeah, I've been doing that quite a lot. Let's save and then catch up with chat. Let's see. Open beta requires secure boot. I'm not meddling in the BIOS. Oh god, yeah, no. See, John says, oh, you can hear that cold that Rachel's given me. As long as it doesn't get any worse than that on my chest. You know, my mood's improved, but I have a lot of downsides, says Damon. I hope those can sort of go away eventually, Damon. Nothing wrong with being weird. I feel like people try too hard and just end up being extra weird. Pretty much why I keep saying everybody's crazy. You'd have to be crazy not to be this guy. That's fair. You know, I just don't like it when people try and act normal, even though, you know, like, everyone in society is openly accepted. Kind of is a little bit strange now. It's also why I don't like it when people get trolled for being slightly different, you know. Because that's nasty. Damon. I can't say that on stream, but no longer getting rage moments, but I am seeing the doctor tomorrow, see if I can get new medication. Okay, that's at least one fix then. Or potential fix. I get their average, but everyone has their quirks, this guy. Yeah. There's no such thing as someone who would not pass as not weird. Those people just hide it better. Being different is good, but being weird isn't something to be proud of. I think being weird is just fine. You just gotta know when to be weird. It might not be appropriate. Yeah. I was trying to trick you with that, this is Damon. No. like for instance, I've always said like especially after going like therapy and stuff, my acceptance of having like another persona, I bet people would find weird and be like, oh, he's just putting it on, you know. But my acceptance of that, because it was something that the therapist was like, yeah, you should totally, you know, try and deal with that and try and work things out. That helped a lot because it helps define the two parts of me, you know. And I still think I'm weird for that, but it's one of those things where it's not always applicable in conversation, you know. While I can switch between both halves of me, it's like you can probably just tell by me trying to separate them on certain occasions how quickly I can basically switch it up, you know. I always said, especially to the therapist, that it was like my description of it was like being able to switch masks very fast, and she was like, yeah, I can see that. So yeah, you can probably tell by now how often the masks switch. It's quite a lot. Oh. It just makes me come across as arrogant and egotistical sometimes, even when I don't mean to be, you know. Ooh. Have you ever played Squad? No. A lot of streamers just read stuff without thinking. I try to be a little bit careful with it. Try and stick away from this guy so we can get range attacks on him. All these missiles. Oh! Ah! He caught me there by surprise when I was trying to get an attack between his melees. I might as well just take that and end up dead. Actually, wait, let's see if one of the others reses me. I still need to get the shot from last stream of where Hero resed me and I ended up... no, sorry, Hero didn't res me. And I ended up going down and then I was like, oh, cheers! You know, versus the Hashimal. You should, it's fun. I'm gonna get round to playing a lot of things right now, but... Ooh. Oh, can I just land some hits here? Oh, there we go. Everything's fine with this game as long as you don't listen to it with your eyes closed, because some of these dialogue lines can be a little bit sus. Damon says, don't get me wrong, we're all weird, and people shouldn't be bullied for being weird, but IMO, people shouldn't be strived to be outcasts. No, I agree. I agree. You shouldn't, like, make that your goal and make it your entire personality. You know. Squad is a mill sim. Ooh. Why the hell do I upgrade my PC and the best looking game is still Battlefield 1? Except maybe Cyberpunk. I need to play Cyberpunk eventually. I wasn't going to touch it because of the thing that happened with CG Projekt Red, but that's years ago at this point. Question is, can I uncap that again? No, not yet. So 80 is my limit at the moment. I see about anything that's better than like that. I had to sell so many parts before. Probably gonna need to sell more now. Just trying to check. Oh, range 103. Damn, that's nice. Damn, I don't have any other ones that have any good stuff on top there. Otherwise, I'd be like, yeah, I'll totally go around for that. Just do 103 there. Right, so we're up to 5, of which the first one is G Gundam. Wonder if there's one off hard, like very hard or something. Have you played Ready or Not? No. Doesn't it also have, I've heard of it. Doesn't it have VR in it as well? I swear there's one recently that's like that has VR. If I run into the red frame here, it's gonna suck so much. Oh, Leo! Oh. Leo just randomly swiping at me here. It's like, excuse me. Basically like modern Rainbow Six Vegas. Yeah! I better not go that way because that way's the red frame if I remember rightly. I love the way they actually did the announcer from G Gundam there though. Ready? Go! God, it makes me want to watch G Gundam again now. And then actually put it out for the channel. You know, as like the review style thing. But I'll be doing that for Wing instead, so we'll get Wing reviews coming out. Or like Wing sort of like episode things going down. Because I actually want to talk to people about that and see what they think, especially because TV is so kind of crazy. Imagine it's going to get some interesting combos going. It does have VR support. Yeah, I thought so, because I'd seen it come up in like the VR portion of Steam. Dump it all on YouTube. Oh, it's Mika. I did not expect to fight Mika in Barbie Form 6 over here. I guess this is going to solve that argument yet again of who's better, Barbie or Strike Freedom. Ooh. Oh, he dropped his melee there. If I can just, there we go, break him like that so he's on the ground. Nope. I need to gather my gauge again, otherwise he's going to wreck me here. Oh. Broken. Right, can I just prepare and then he's gonna have a lunge attack from there, I bet you. Or something similar to every other melee class. Oh. There we go, there's his lunge. Trying to stay away from that. I love the way he's going after Hero now. It's like, yeah, I'll just keep sniping you in the back with Dragoons. Strike Freedom 100% without any of the beam weapons. Strike Freedom has better armor and can fly, also it's faster. This guy. Should just do the silly talking point of everybody else. Be like, yeah, but banana laminate armor, you know. Nano laminate armor. That's literally every conversation about that this show just devolves into. But beam weapons can't get through this. So therefore, you know. Oh, nice one, Damon. I forgot the freaking Turn X was in here. No, get wrecked. One where you get plus 30 people recognizing your builds. Oh, nice. Oh.
銀河ナム機動艦隊総司令さん、あなたは月面都市を守らないと。
Jeez, he has, like, what, a couple of rushdowns here?
西暦は荒廃した地球から
Trying not to get caught in them if I can. Oh, jeez. There we go.
黒歴史なんか不穏な単語だけど、簡単に言うと月の宮殿に隠されたデータバンクのことだよ。
I thought he was going to do a rushdown then, so I jumped up expecting to aerial counter it, and then I ended up being like, no, I can just stay on the ground. There we go, reversal. Oh, I can break him if I've got the... Oh no. I was going to say if I've got the railgun, but... Yeah. There's that rush. Come on, don't rush, don't rush. There we go. Now he's rushing. Oh wait, no, that was a projectile attack. Ow. Dude, seriously, that attack is so annoying. Turns into literal bionicle pieces and then throws himself at me. Ah! I'm getting attacked by Lego freaking systems building bits. There we go.
プライドの高い兵士というか、ジャパニーズ侍？ドモンさんがネオジャパン出身だからかしら。それに黒歴史、そしてチームユニバース、その類似点も気になるところね。
Like seriously, that so look like construction or CBS pieces. Just turn around and like the turn X is literally just a bionicle now. Musha! Come on. Oh, wait, what? Oh. Come on, I can just... Oh. I just realised I don't have enough gauge to turn him around in a melee fight. There we go. And then, oh, jeez. No, no. There we go, I can counter him. Now I have enough gauge to potentially land a chain break. That's what I was after. Dude, that didn't even do it. I'm literally going at him with like everything I got. Ah! Did the turn A even take damage? I don't remember. I can't remember myself. He does look like a Bionicle. Turn X confirmed for Bionicle. Oh. Come on. Oh, I was trying to sidestep him there. Didn't work. Right. There we go. Woo. So much money from that fight though. But I have no repair kits, I only just realised that. Holy crap, that was close. Oh, do you guys want to hear something funny today? So after Rachel goes to the hospital this morning, like I was mentioning, because she has a bad cold, she comes out of the hospital, and I was like, okay, we'll go home. So brought her home, and what had happened is last night, Jen's lanyard that she has for like work was hanging out, and Rachel had put it around her neck, and she'd been running around with it saying, I'm a doctor, I'm a doctor. So you're like, okay, we'll get her like a toy doctor's thing. Like, it's a case full of like stethoscope and like various other stuff, but for kids. Jen was like, oh, she's really interested in doctors and stuff. She's always around and might as well promote, you know, that kind of play to see what happens. I was like, yeah, that's fair, that's fine. And then we give her this bluey doctor set, and she opens it, immediately puts the stethoscope around her neck and goes, I'm a doctor, and then proceeds to do like a full medical exam of Jen. It was so funny. She had her sat on the floor, checking inside her ears, checking her blood pressure, and listening to her heartbeat. It was so cute. Just like, dude, this is so adorable. She was just doing that like all day. And then when I went out later on to get like my replacement monitor, like every time I go out now, she's like, Daddy, 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 because she doesn't want me to go out. And then apparently, like Jen said, when I leave, she'll be like, Mummy, where's Daddy gone? And then when I get back, she'll be all over me. She just like want the hugs and everything. It's so good. I wouldn't give it up for the world. It's definitely worth every little bit, you know. It's just so adorable. Oh. The amount of Dark Army suits it. I just forgot Master's fight is going to be insane. That guy when he's on the floor. What I'll do is I'll do this as the last one, and then I'll see about doing the beginning of like Wing for content, because that's gonna be fun, and I can get that out probably within like an hour or something. I'd love to do at least like the first couple of episodes and start releasing them. I've got new content coming out real soon. Like, you're gonna actually start seeing SD Battle Alliance stuff coming out with Stu. So you get to watch that if you want. I've got the stuff from Deathwing coming out. I've recorded a ton of Starship Troopers. I just need to actually upload that. So much new content coming out like back to back on top of each other. I just need to upload the other bits. But yeah, it's gonna be fun times trying to see like what content everybody enjoys. Because obviously everyone seems to enjoy the interactions in streams. It's like, yeah, okay, I can still do streams and do everything else at the same time. I'm just gonna kind of get on top of things a little bit more in terms of organization. Only problem is like when you're trying to keep yourself to a schedule and then the schedule gets thrown off. You know, what if Crossbone Gundam actually is made of actual bones? Would it survive the Moonlight Butterfly? Oh. That reminds me, the Simple New Type put out a video today of part of Crossbone again, because they've been covering all of the Crossbone content recently. What with it coming out in GBO. It's going to be interesting to see what the full cloth is like in GBO. That is going to be absolutely insane. I want to see like Nova or somebody play that. Obviously, I'm not going to get around to doing it myself, but I'd love to. I'd love to be able to at least see that played at a decent level or high level. Oh. Boom! Saving my special from Master. To be fair, GBO2 is such a pain. The thing is, I enjoyed it for a while. I think it was because, one, it was free and it's like the only Gundam game that was out around about the time. But again, it's the PS4 version, man. It's just rough. Really rough. PS5 and PC versions are probably better because of the frame rate, but the cheating is obviously going to keep the PC version from being as good as it could be. And the low population. What ruins it for me mainly is the fact that I've not been on it in ages, and when I try and get into it, it's just hard because everybody else has better suits and more experience. It's one of those, it's kind of like, it's kind of like a competitive thing where if you don't stay properly up to date with the game, then you just drop off and it's nigh impossible to come back into it, almost. Have you ever been angry on stream? No. Not that I can remember, at least. Oh. Oh, jeez. Drinking GBO2 match. I think, okay, probably a GBO2 match then, where I'm like, oh. Either that or minor, like, not minor annoyed, but definitely annoyed. I honestly can't remember. GBO2's been that long ago since I properly played it instead of doing, like, the odd, I'll take a look at it and see what's going on, you know. That's not even me messing around and doing a Thor and just be like, oh no, totally not. I just genuinely don't remember. That's why I said no. Ah, no. Can we just talk about this? Yeah. Oh, that's gonna hurt. Can I? No, reversal. Trying to get these combos on him to try and. Ooh, no. Seriously? Try and get some hits in that are good. Oh, no, reversal again. Why are there all the suits apart from the Master Gundam here? This is supposed to be a fight between men, and instead we got the freaking Dark Army in the background. Jeez, that was close. No. There. Yeah, remember when you got proper mad and how everyone was always on your case in a match? I think, maybe? I was just like, I think I remember getting annoyed because the whole thing was like, dude, I'm always getting stream sniped, seemingly. I know I faked being angry once, and I took that video down. That was specifically for Among Us, I think, the first time we tried it out on stream. And I faked it because I was like, gee, seriously, it's like everybody's just getting at me. I'm not able to talk or anything. God. But the optics were just bad. Like, even though I was the one that was the imposter, I didn't feel good about making it so real that you know, people couldn't tell. So yeah, that was the only one that I can remember properly where I'm just like, yeah, nah, I don't like this. I love the way I'm holding down the skip button here, and yet we're still in garbage space. Can we just... There we go. I refuse to play Among Us or similar games to Sky. I don't blame you. And so I didn't really enjoy it. Like, we got it, and I played it for like a couple of games, and I was just like, yeah. I like Lethal Company. Lethal Company's fun. Anyway, there we go. We are at the end of this session, so thank you very much, everyone. I hope you've enjoyed. I hope to see you on the next videos, and I shall see you next time. Thank you for your company. Bye!